Hey, Mark Rodriguez here, and as you guys know, I have a very huge wrestling shirt collection. In fact, I think almost every other shirt, if it's not like, I don't know, Ninja Turtles or whatever comes in the Geek Fuel box, whatever I'm wearing, more often than not, is a wrestling shirt of some shape or form. And yeah, what can I say? I got a very huge collection, but there is someone else that has an even larger collection of wrestling shirts than I do. Let's check that out.
Hi guys, Chuck Rodriguez at Casa del Chuck, here to showcase my t-shirt collection. As you see, I got the bad guy, Razor Ramon. Alright, and so my collection is huge, as Mark probably alluded to. So this is just some of what I have, and I'll showcase the rest. This could be a good one. We're going to start off with my collection. As you see, I have my artwork right there. That's my nice little backdrop. Alright, we're going to start off with my shirts here. As you can see, got Kevin Owens, the KO show. He just makes great shirts. Of course, any old school fan has got to celebrate the Babe Ruth of wrestling himself, the immortal one. Piper's Pit. Everybody knows me, knows how much I revere that man. You got to rep one of the most pivotal shows, really, that, you know, one of the best interview segments ever. And then we got good old Mean Gene. Gotta love that man, one of the voices of our childhoods. Don't forget to pay your taxes, you're gonna have to deal with this guy, Erwin R. Shyster. Also, Barry Horowitz, one of the greatest workers. People call him enhancement talent, but he was more than that. He built so many stars just by making them look amazing. Of course, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Jake the Snake Roberts, Rob Van Dam, the Pro Wrestling Tees exclusive that I just got in the Pro Wrestling Crate this month. Diamond Dallas Page. Just got that in the mail there, so that's why it's a little wrinkled up there. I haven't had a chance to iron it. Gotta love Le Champion himself, Chris Jericho. We got WWE stands for Walk with Elias. And you know those Macho Man shirts that were all the rage, the sunglasses? Well, gotta go with the Repo Man. You know, make sure you pay your car payment every month. You're gonna deal with that guy.
Okay guys, here's a quick spread of some of the shirts I got here from parts of my life, from when I went from being a WWE fan to an AEW fan and stuff like that, so it's kind of cool. So first we got here the Equal Opportunity Agitators from the Riot Squad, because the Riot Squad is no longer. In fact, I don't believe that Sarah Logan is even with WWE anymore. And yeah, so once a tag team or a faction breaks up, you better buy them shirts quick, because once they're gone, they're gone. So, yep, got this on clearance. Pretty awesome. I was also a big fan of the Riot Squad. I just wish they were more dominant, or at least Ruby Riot was more dominant and not just like, you know, jobbers. Here we got WWE Live. It's a good shirt that got the big collage. Because I just love shirts that show off a lot of wrestlers and stuff, you know, just kind of get them there. And yeah, it's kind of cool. Some of these guys are gone. I did English, and surprisingly, Rusev is gone. That's a big one. Ronda Rousey's no longer with them. And of course, Matt Hardy is now in AEW. And I think I remember about this the most is that when someone at work saw the shirt, you know, a lot of people on the shirt, so like, you know, stand still, let me check them out and everything. And he was like, holy shit, is that Ronda Rousey? Ronda Rousey's with WWE? What the fuck? And yeah, she's been with them for a while, so that's kind of funny. And then we've got, of course, a little bit of the bubble there with Le Champion of AEW. I just had to get it. Of course, Chris Jericho is the first ever AEW champion. Like, how could I not get this shirt, you know? And then we got here Tessa Blanchard, Impact World Wrestling Champion. And yeah, I actually got this shirt shortly after she quit and everything. And she, like, just quit the company. And I know that if I don't get this shirt quickly, it'll be gone. And yes, I got this just in time. If you go there now to the Pro Wrestling site, the Impact store no longer has this shirt. It's already gone. She's no longer with the company. And like I said before, she was there just in time so that she would still be part of the Pro Wrestling Crate box that was also based on Impact Wrestling. Then we've got Cody here, the Throne Breaker, which is pretty awesome. Little homage here, little, I don't know, shout out or some ribbing to Triple H and his throne. So he's just bashing that throne apart. And of course, he did this at Double or Nothing, AEW's first ever big pay-per-view. So how can I not get this shirt? It was awesome. So then we got PK standing for Priscilla Kelly. I just had to break down and get this shirt. I will eventually get the other version, which is, backwards, which is a white shirt with black letters and the rose. And yeah, it's kind of cool. After we spoke with her directly, we had an actual podcast interview talking with her, which is pretty awesome and everything. Yeah, I just had to get like merchandise. I was like, oh my god, I just have to get something from her store. So yeah, she has her own separate store, which is spinebustermerch.com to get her merchandise, and also extra Darby Allin merchandise as well, and Brody King too. So that's pretty cool. So then here we got the AEW shirt. It's my very first AEW shirt when they became a thing, and I was conflicted because at the time I could only get one shirt. And it's like, what's going to be my first shirt? And in the end, I decided on this one because it had so much stuff on it, It had Jericho, it had Kenny Omega, this was, of course, the main event. It had the AEW logo, it had the Double or Nothing logo, it had the actual building where the event took place. It had everything. So this is my shirt. That's why I chose this one as my first ever AEW shirt. I think the second one was the Throne Breaker, and the third one was the bubbly. So then we have Lucha Dragons, which is Sin Cara and Kalisto. And yeah, they're my favorite tag team for a while back in WWE. And it's kind of cool. These guys are actually around for a while. So it's one of these tag teams that a lot of tag teams, if you buy the shirts, by the time you get the shirt, the tag team's already dissolved. Like the most infamous case was AJ Styles and Chris Jericho forming Y2AJ. That tag team lasted so short that whoever bought the shirts, that tag team was separated by the time you get the shirt in the mail, So then we got WrestleMania. Doesn't really specify what year, it just says WrestleMania of that year. But yeah, the main event was Triple H versus Roman Reigns. We got Ambrose, now known as Moxley, going up against Brock Lesnar, I believe. Or was he... Yeah, damn, it's been so long. Yeah, I think he went up against Brock Lesnar while Undertaker went up against Shane. Unless it's backwards where it is Ambrose versus Shane and Lesnar versus Undertaker. It's been so long I forgot. But one of the big deals, of course, was Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks and Charlotte having a triple match here to get the title. And then we got I Am Fear, one of my favorite shirts of wow, it's been so long, guys. Of Bray Wyatt before he became the Fiend, I always loved the gimmick. It's pretty cool. He always had amazing shirts. So yeah, I love this shirt too. It's pretty cool. He would wear it a lot too, so it's kind of awesome. And then we got finally the Sorceress of Sin, Elena Black, and up-and-comer. She's an indie superstar. She wrestles all over the place. And she's pretty cool. And of course, we hope that later she does grow and get, bigger and more popular and stuff. And, hopefully we'll see her in AEW someday. Yeah, I know there's always WWE or Impact or whatever, but I do hope to see her more in AEW, Here's hoping, Elena.
All right, guys, I'm back. And change the old wardrobe there. Got Legion of Doom action right there. And now we're going to showcase the rest of what I got out here. The Ultimate Warrior. Daniel Bryan, you got to support the Yes Movement. Johnny Gargano. How about that?
Alright guys, so the first ever shirt I bought in the modern era, I don't think I ever bought any wrestling shirt back in the 80s or 90s. They just weren't shirts you see in stores and stuff. I don't know how you bought shirts back then. I guess you had to buy them at the live events. I don't know. But the first ever shirt I bought from the WWE shop is the NWO shirt. Because, yeah, once you're NWO for life. And just in case you guys are curious, what was the first shirt I ever bought from Pro Wrestling Tees? It's the Scott Hall shirt that kind of sort of has the font of Razor Ramon. So that's pretty awesome. So, yeah, you gotta be a fan of the bad guy, no matter if it's Razor Ramon or the Diamond Stud or Scott Hall. That's awesome.
Alright guys, I'm back. Alright, showing the second half of my collection. First we're starting that off with Walter. One of the hardest chops you'll ever see delivered in all of wrestling. It is just Google it. Google Jack Stars and just listen. Turn your volume all the way up and just watch that. Ooh, it's nasty. All right, let's show off the rest of what I got here. All right, we have the Patriot. We have Ravishing Rick Rude. We have Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Hulkamania Lives Forever, established 1984. This is an absolute classic. It's even got the little slits in the back right there. Of course, the Macho Man Randy Savage. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. One of the first Owen Hart shirts to be available in over 20-something years. One of the greatest technical wrestlers ever met his untimely end. So glad to get my hands on a shirt for him. And the best part about that is all proceeds went to his foundation. As you can see, quite a bit of a collection here, so don't mind the hangers. Bret the Hitman Hart. One of my favorite ones. Now, everybody, we've been hyping up Pro Wrestling Tees a lot. There's another site I really wanted to, a couple of them I wanted to mention. One of them is homage.com. They specialize in making a lot of these retro designs. That's where you've seen the Legion of Doom shirt that I just had on. Well, this is the Stars and Stripes Challenge from the USS Intrepid, where it was a body slam challenge to who can body slam Yokozuna. Ultimately, it was Lex Luger that did it, ushering in the Lex Express. One of my favorite moments as a kid. So glad to have it immortalized on a shirt. So you can see we got Cody, the American Nightmare. The Brain Busters. That was a last month's Pro Wrestling Tees Tag Team 4 exclusive. As was this one. FTR. Talk Heavy, Hit Hard. Love these guys. Of course, you gotta have the Macho King. As I showed you, I love the Macho Man Randy Savage. Macho King was great. It was a great leading up to WrestleMania in 1991. That match he had with Warrior was an absolute barn burner. Of course, we have another one of my idol, Roddy Piper. Shirt's a bit wrinkled. I just had it in the closet there. Sticking with the Scotsmen, gotta have Drew McIntyre. Sean Spears. One of my personal favorite retro ones from Pro Wrestling Tees is the British Bulldog. As you can see, we got Davey Boy and the Dynamite Kid and Matilda all just chilling for the photo. And finally, we have Alex Hammerstone. His Japan work was just absolute great stuff. And then we have my girl, Hikaru Shida. I just love the shirt, I love the design, and I love Hikaru. And we have Will Ospreay, one of the best high flyers, one of the best wrestlers, period, in the entire world. Hope to see him in the ring here soon again.
Wow, you guys, that's a lot of shirts. Well, this is Johnny Rodriguez, and I'm sneaking into this video because I have a couple of shirts of my own. Not as much as those two guys, but it's still a collection worth checking out. Here are all the shirts I got over the years. Some are from the WWE shop, and some are from Pro Wrestling Crates. All the AEW shirts are from Pro Wrestling Tees. And this Hulk Hogan shirt is from his own website. Neville is an AEW called Pac now. A lot of these shirts are Christmas gifts from Mark.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Johnny. The more shirts, the better, right? So one of my favorite shirts here is the Chris Jericho I got a ticket shirt and stuff like that. And yeah, normally I don't buy shirts that are about skits and stuff because you know how it is. It's a one episode thing. and like once episode's over, it's over, it gets forgotten and whatever. But this was a special occasion. I just had to buy the shirt because I was actually there live, okay? This was for the 3rd ever episode of AEW Dynamite. They were in Pittsburgh, so I was there with Chuck Rodriguez and Macho Taco. We got to see it live. It was a skit where the Inner Circle was making fun of Cody, and they were behind some like locked room somewhere, but Cody surprised them because he actually went there in person to attack them in the back, and it was Cody and Diamond Dallas Page and MJF. I forgot if Dustin was there or not because he had an earlier match. But yeah, they actually used MJF's scarf to break through the glass door and get in because this was before MJF betrayed Cody, of course. So they all start fighting out. They go to like the actual stands, like the legit stands and stuff. And like JR was saying, "Oh my God, the Dippin' Dots and stuff." So when security comes to try to drag Jericho out, that's when he's like, "I got a ticket! I got a ticket! You can't kick me out! I paid! I got a ticket!" And someone took a snapshot of this and made it into a shirt, and that was fucking awesome. I just had to get the shirt. I didn't know, when they announced that they were actually making a shirt of this, I'm like, okay, I had to get a shirt because we were there live when this shit happened. How can I not?
This is really where the shirt collecting really started getting into full gear, is when the Bullet Club was at their peak. As we know, the Young Bucks are one of my favorite tag teams ever. Started buying their shirts up at Hot Topic. Before you know it, I have Marty, Kenny, the whole bunch there. Got Hangman, Joey Janela. So yeah, I mean, that was just a few right there.
My first shirt is the NWO shirt, because hey, NWO for life. I agree with Mark, this was the perfect shirt to wear when meeting Hall and Nash in person.
Alright guys, so another shirt that's got a particular story behind it is this super awesome Kenny Omega shirt as Akuma from Street Bar. Just look at this shirt, this is fucking awesome. And like first I saw it on Instagram, someone posted the image, I believe it was like Kenny Omega's on Instagram. So I was like, dude, this design is so awesome, make this a shirt. And someone posted like, dude, it already is a shirt. I'm like, holy shit. So I'm going over to Pro Wrestling Tees and I can't find it anywhere. And I'm going to like the AEW shop and I can't find it anywhere. I'm going to like Kenny Omega's personal store because sometimes the guys have their own personal merchandise that's only theirs and doesn't count as the AEW store or whatever, and nothing. And I'm like, dude, where the fuck is this shirt? And it was like Pro Wrestling Crate. I'm like, oh fuck, because it was that time that I kind of gave it a break, save some money here and there. I can't be subscribed every month. You guys probably noticed a gap of videos. I haven't really had the Wrestling Crate for a while. And yeah, I checked out some YouTube videos, other people unboxing it, and sure enough, this was the shirt of the month. And I was like, no, the shirt is so fucking awesome. I must have this shirt, So I went to eBay and someone was bidding on the shirt and it was only like down to like $10 or something. So I bid the shirt. I bid like $15. And for most of the day, no one else like increased the bid. I think someone put an extra dollar to be 16, so I put it at 17. In the end, I won the bid. It's super awesome. I got the shirt for less than I would have gotten if I bought the crate itself. And most of the times, like the shirts themselves are worth like what the crate in itself is worth. And I have never personally used eBay. I have never been on an eBay bid, so for me at least, I know a lot of people probably done it all the time, but for me at least, it was my first eBay experience in a bit of a bidding war to get this awesome shirt, and I'm glad to say that I got it. It is fucking awesome.
Alright, this is my first ever wrestling shirt of my collection. My collection is up to, I couldn't even count. The shirts that I just showed you, that's 47 of them. So this is my first one. It was Cesaro. This was back in 2013. On the back it says very European. It was part of the whole storyline he was doing at the time, the Swiss superpowers they called them. Yeah, it was my first shirt. This is where it all began. I did have one before that. It was an old Sergeant Slaughter one, but that's all holy, and no need to put that on camera and embarrass myself. It just looks awful.
Alright, so another favorite shirt of mine that I probably got, I think this is my either second or third ever shirt of the WWE shop back when I was like starting to buy shirts, was this AJ Lee shirt, which is of course a full-on long sleeve shirt, which of course I can only wear when it's colder. Like right now it is way too hot to be wearing something this thick and with long sleeves and everything. But yeah, I'm a huge AJ Lee fan, and I started watching her. In fact, I started watching wrestling, currently, because I was a fan of AJ Lee. I wanted to see her in action. And yeah, I caught most of the AJ Lee versus Paige feud. AJ Lee left for a while. She made her surprise comeback. She actually helped Paige defeat the Bellas at WrestleMania. And then she announced her retirement. So I kind of caught the tail end of her career. But I got this awesome shirt. I got it before, her merchandise started disappearing and everything. And it's pretty cool. Again, like I said, I can only wear it during the colder months. It's endured many winters. I think it's kind of torn up here. Or, I don't know. Was it ever sewn up? I don't know. But I try not to wear it too much because it's torn somewhere. But I forgot where it is. But until I get, yeah, here it is. There's a little hole, but you know how it is. Little holes become big holes, right? So I try to wear this sparingly so that, it doesn't get worse until I get someone to, sew it up for me real quick or whatever. But it's a cool shirt. My favorite diva. Yeah, because back then they were still called divas. In the back it has AJ with the heart on it, so that's pretty cool too. So yeah, one of my favorite shirts, pretty awesome. One of my biggest regrets is that I feel she retired too soon. I feel like she should have had one minor comeback or maybe even be in AEW or something, because I'm kind of curious to see like AJ versus Sasha Banks, AJ versus Becky Lynch, AJ versus Hikaru Shida, That would have been kind of awesome to see her fighting against some of these newer superstars, because I feel that she left the business too soon during the time that the divas were starting to actually get more into actual wrestling skills and not just, oh my god, you're so hot, check them out, or, here comes the piss break. And she always wanted better women wrestling, where now we get to the point where women are actually the main event, or where Tessa Blanchard is like the male champion, and it's a shame that this all happened after she retired, But it is what it is, I guess.
Alright guys, that's just part of my collection, believe it or not. So, maybe we'll do another one of these down the road, but if we did my entire collection, we'd be here all day, and I don't think any of you want to watch a 7-hour video. You might want to watch one of just Chuck. There's probably plenty of videos of Chuck on the internet. I don't know about any with Mark. Alright guys, peace, and stay tuned for next time.
And this is the newest shirt I have so far, AEW Double or Nothing. I watched at home because, well, you know what's going on with the world right now. I'll probably get more shirts later on, but not as much as Mark and Chuck, my other brother, I guess. Those two guys are crazy. So, bye Mark and Chuck. See you next time.
Alright guys, so for a final honorable mention, I do love this Pro Wrestling Tees tie-dye hoodie. It is super awesome. I love the colors and everything. Everyone at work loved it back then. And what can I say? It's a hoodie. It's long sleeves. It is way too hot to wear now. I gotta wait till next winter. By the time I got this in the mail, winter was like almost done. And this winter was actually pretty light. Not that much snow, not so cold. It was like cold for a week, and then like we had this early springtime weekend. And then a little bit of snow, and it wasn't like a real intense, like heavy snowfall for days and days kind of winter and stuff like that. So, I didn't get much of a chance to wear this as I would have liked. I would like to appear in a lot more videos wearing this during the colder months, but it just didn't happen that way. I want to make this my new default hoodie, kind of like I used to wear my Freddy's hoodie all the time. Maybe this winter, of course, assuming that we're allowed to go outside this winter. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, pretty cool hoodie. And what can I say, guys? That's it for this video. This is Mark Rodriguez here. Special thanks to Johnny Rodriguez for dropping in. And also for Chuck Rodriguez. It was his idea, because we both have these huge shirt collections and stuff like that. And of course, we'll try to do this again maybe next year or so, or later this year, because of course, the shirts are coming. This is just the beginning. More and more shirts are coming. So, see you next time.